Hi, we all make a number of comparisons in our day-to-day life, right? For example, we say, this teacher is better than that teacher. This class is the best class. We all make comparisons at every step. So don't you think that these comparisons should be done in the right way? So today, we are going to learn degrees of comparison. What are the 3 degrees of comparison and what are some things that you should not do while making comparisons? Okay? Comparisons are related to only adjectives and adverbs. Not all words you can change into their degrees of comparison. For example, if you say a bright boy, you can say Ram is brighter than Sham and Suraj is the brightest in the class. An adverb, the sun shone brightly, okay, more brightly, most brightly. These are the words which go with adverbs. But at the same time, if you take a noun, boy, you cannot change it into degrees of comparison. So, degrees of comparison pertain only to adverbs and adjectives. Okay, let's move on. Most adjectives have 3 forms to show comparison. The positive form, the comparative form and the superlative form. The positive form is the base form. Then the second level is the comparative and the last or the final level is the superlative. For example, if you take small, this is a small emoji or a small face. It's the basic form. Okay, I have given the adjective a small face. Comparative, now I'm comparing this face is smaller than the first one. So I've compared these two. Now in the third level, the superlative, this face is the smallest face in the entire group. Okay, so this is the smallest. So as I go step by step, I will tell you certain rules that you can follow and you can get these comparisons correctly. Okay? Now when you take the first level or the positive degree and use it in comparison, then there are 2 key words, as, dash, as. So these words are very important and are key words when you use the positive degree for comparison. Okay, let's see. This box is as small as that one. So this shows similarity, that this box is the same as that one, as small as. Raju is not as tall as his father is yet. So it means Raju is not as tall as his father. So it means Raju's father is taller than him or Raju is shorter than his father. Your bag is as big as mine. So when you're comparing 2 bags, they're same. The size is the same, is as big as mine. So in the positive degree, you will notice that the adjective remains the same and does not change its form. Let's turn to the comparative, that is the second level. In the comparative degree, the key words are ER plus that. You add ER to the adjective and follow the adjective by that. Or there's another way, more plus than. Take these examples. Sherry is smarter than her sister. So when we compare, you add ER, smart is the basic word, smarter than her sister. The C is calmer, calm plus ER, calmer today than yesterday. This dress is prettier, pretty. Y changes to IER. So prettier than that one. Now this is one way of doing it. So when do we add more? There's a clue to it. Let's turn to that. So when do we add more and than? When there is one or two syllables in the word, in the adjective, you add usually ER plus than. But when the word is multi-syllabled, then you add more plus than. Now take this word, beautiful. I hope you know what syllables are. You play Damsharas, you break your movie or word into syllables and not into letters. So beautiful, beautiful, 3 syllables. So 3 syllables or more syllables means you add more. Beautiful, 3 syllables. So beautiful, more beautiful. Intelligent, 4 syllables. Intelligent. So intelligent has 4 syllables, more intelligent. There is another way. If there are participle forms, then also you have to add more and than. Interesting. This book is more interesting than the movie. The book is more interesting than the movie. It's a participle form, ing. So you add more. Loved. This child is more loved than anyone. So, you know, more loved. So when it is a participle form, you add more. So there are 2 things to add more plus than. When there are 3 or more syllables in the adjective, like beautiful, intelligent, and you can find many more. And if it is a participle form of the word, like interesting, then more interesting. Loved, more loved. Okay? So when to use more, and if it is a single syllable or just 2 syllables, nice, 1 syllable, so nicer. Then you can add ER plus than. So let's turn to the 3rd degree and the final level of comparison. When we talk about the superlative degree or the highest degree, the 3rd degree, then the key words here are the and EST. Okay? Another way to do it, as we did comparative, is the and most. All words you cannot add EST. All adjectives EST is not possible. So you add the plus most. For example, Kitty is the shortest girl in her class. Now when in superlative you compare to an entire group. So in the group, Kitty is the shortest. There is no one shorter than her. Now, as the same rule applied in the comparative, the same rule applies here. When there is 1 or 2 syllables in the word, then you have the EST. Smart, the smartest. So to the base form, smart is the adjective, you add EST, and proceeding to the adjective is the word the smartest. If there are more than 3 syllables, like creative, creative, the most creative, okay, the most creative. Participles also follow the same rule. Intriguing, the most, because it's the ing form or the ed form, participles. So the most intriguing or the most hated. So the rule that goes for EST is single 1 or 2 syllable words, and For 3 or more syllables, it is the most. The most interesting, the most fascinating. These are all participants. So they too follow the rule of the most. Okay, let's move on. And in English, we always have exceptions to every rule. So these are irregular. These are the exceptions. Good, better, best. We don't say good, gooder, goodest. So good, better, best. Another form of saying good, well. I'm feeling well. I'm feeling better. And I'm feeling the best today. Also for performance, he played well. He played better today in this match. He played the best. Bad, worse, worst. Badly, an adverb. Worse, worst. Little, less, least. Far, farther, farthest. You can also say far, further and furthest. So these are some exceptions. There are some words that do not go with degrees of comparison. They refuse to be compared. Let's move to that. Okay. I have put up some adjectives that have no degrees of comparison. Square. A square is a square. You can't have squarer, squarest or the most square, a square box. But you can't have degrees of comparison. Unique. One of a kind. Unique. You can't have one. It's unique. So you can't have degrees of comparison. Ideal. Perfect. You can't have the more perfect. No. Full. Full is to the brim. So there is no comparison. Empty. If it's empty, it's empty. You cannot have emptier. Okay? So these are certain words that do not have any, and you might find many more like this. At the end of this session, I have a small task that you need to do. So exercises to solve, and in my next segment, that is transformation of sentences in degrees of comparison, we will solve the task given today. Till then, bye.